I've been sick for the last couple weeks, so we didn't.
Sick as a dog.
Really bad. Yeah, this flu is a complete nightmare.
Sure, it wasn't COVID?
It definitely was not COVID. It ripped through our office like you wouldn't believe.
That's COVID.
It wasn't COVID. It's that flu that's going around.
It's called COVID.
It's not. I did not have COVID.
H2N1. It's H1N5 or something.
It was not the bird flu either. So, but anyway,
it always starts in small towns.
We had planned to do the monkey when it was fresh on everyone's mind, and of course I got sick, so we couldn't do it. So we're doing it today. So I'm assuming everybody has already seen it. It's probably got one more week left in the theater, maybe thereabouts. So if you haven't seen it, here's your spoiler warning. But let's get right in. Gene, the monkey.
The monkey. I had kind of high hopes for the monkey. The director, he did on Black Coat's Daughter, which was okay, in A24, so, it was all right. But
well, and Long Legs.
I don't know if I'm just a great fan of Long Legs, honestly. Yeah. So, and then also the monkey kind of made me think of Toy Story 3, because there's an epic scene in Toy Story 3 involving a monkey where you have to, for the plan to escape the prison, which is a daycare center, which is brilliant. They have to get the monkey because the monkey watches all the TV monitors, why there are TV monitors like crazy in a daycare center, I don't know, but it is a prison. And so they get the monkey, and it's one of the highlights of the movie, of a movie that has many highlights. And so I was thinking, maybe it's got some parallelism here. But no. This is what happens when you review horror movies, that oftentimes you catch gems, like Martyrs or The Audition or, The Ring, you just catch some things that are just awesome. Yeah. But then sometimes you think you're going to have a good one. And this is also based off of a Stephen King short story in 1980. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a piece of garbage. I hated this movie. Just about, my wife saw it with me about 20 minutes, not even that. 15 minutes in, my wife and I are looking at each other, and we're just like, what, WTF? It's like, what the hell? And then, when movies start losing it for me, I just start talking in the movie theater, and I just like talking to Anita, just talking. I don't even bother to whisper anymore. Just talking, just looking around, looking at my watch, and just like, because the characters are unbelievable, and it violates one of the core things in horror, of any movie actually, is that you have to be invested in the movie somehow as an audience. You have to like the characters somehow. You've got to somehow have some kind of investment. And there's nothing like that. I mean, at the very beginning, there's promise, because the guy shows up as a dad, and it's the same guy in Severance, actually, and
Adam Scott.
Yeah, and he is trying to get rid of the monkey by taking it to a pawn shop, and of course, it doesn't work out. But the first kill in the movie is there's this like spear gun in the pawn shop, and it falls. And the gun goes off, the spear flies, and it impales the store owner, and he's dead. And then somehow the guy from Severance, the first dude in this movie, he was the dad. Mm-hmm. He takes the monkey into the alley, and he has a flamethrower for some reason now.
Right. It's a pawn shop. They have flamethrowers.
Yeah. I can go to a pawn shop and get a flamethrower. Yeah, and he gets a flamethrower. You think it's over, but of course it's not over.
No.
But this movie devolves into it's just too much, and it's just the worst thing for a horror movie. I was reading a review on this thing, is that it's just boring. It has some good kills, but then the characters that you like are killed. And I think, and another killer for me is that people have to act like people, and you get characters not acting in rational human ways. Like, for example, the main character, Hal, he is way too handsome to be a complete and total loser. He meets with his son just once a year in a way to, I guess, to protect him, right? Mm-hmm. No, no, it doesn't fit. He works at some, what is that? Some like Home Depot's kind of
Right.
stupid thing, and some teenagers, his boss treats him like garbage, of course, because it's his middle-aged, super handsome guy. And it doesn't fit. Then this real estate agent who's like older, pretty, clearly driven. Of course, they're in Maine. Thanks, Stephen King. They're in Maine. And so, but she's way too driven to be selling a house like that, living in a town like that. I mean, it just doesn't fit. I mean, and the kills they're not even good kills. It's just like, come on, this movie's a waste of time. I mean, but again, threw some money into it. The movie made some money. But don't see The Monkey. It's just garbage. It's a waste of time. Boring.
This is one of the greatest films I've seen in a long time. No, I'm totally kidding.
I was like, what?
No, Gene is spot on. This movie is complete garbage. And the thing that starts it down the garbage pathway is, wow, you really do open awesomely. I was having Gremlins flashbacks a little bit there at the very beginning. And it's Adam Scott, and of course, yep, it's Adam Scott. He's cool. That's the only scene he's in.
Right.
And then it devolves to this very unnecessary backstory with the two young boys. And then there's this jarring change later that Gene has alluded to where now they're adults. So you really don't have a pathway to follow the development of this story anyway.
No.
But the thing that caught me the most as I was watching this is the only reason I think this was released to theaters is one, of course, Stephen King, but two, Osgood Perkins, who just had a huge hit with Longlegs. This movie is a Netflix original movie. This movie is like Little Evil, if you've seen that, or Hell Baby. Have you seen Hell Baby?
Of course I've not seen Hell Baby.
So they're both these kind of outlandish horror comedies where there's extreme, ridiculous gore and this and that, both of which are better than The Monkey. But The Monkey, it's like you should have been a Netflix original where I just am watching you on a Sunday and not going to the theater. There is no reason to see this movie in the theater.
None.
And the thing with there was an opportunity to be awesome here, which would have been really lay into the extreme outlandish gore, and they don't. There's this one sequence with this real estate agent getting blasted with a shotgun.
Right.
It needed to go way more over the top right there than it did. The opening scene where his intestines are getting dragged out and stuff, I'm like, yes, this is where we need to be right here.
Yeah.
But it's just the opening scene and the
and
rest
it doesn't
of the
go
movie.
anywhere after that. And the whole backstory, like Roger's saying, just gets long and tiresome. And it's like we've seen this before, one kid is good and the other kid's a super bully. We've seen that. I mean, there's no new territory here.
Right.
It just gets old and tiresome. And like I said, it just gets boring.
And that is true. Again, I don't have a watch, but I certainly would have been checking it going, I can't believe, why is this movie continuing to go? And then the big climactic sequence, I don't even care.
You don't care by that point. You just don't care.
And the monkey is awesome. And I love the fact that the monkey kills whoever he wants. He doesn't.
Right.
One of the key elements is the older brother is trying to get the monkey to kill a certain person. But the monkey makes his own rules about who he's going to kill, right?
Yeah.
So that part is kind of cool, but it's 10 seconds out of a 98-minute long movie that it just, there's nothing here. Yeah,
there's really not. And just... There's was one sequence where one of them is whining wasn't the mean brother, isn't it? Bill is whining the monkey unbeknownst to anybody. Is that right? Did I get that right?
Well, are you talking when he was in his bedroom?
No, and then the monkey is, because he's wound up, he starts just killing, and he ends up killing like the whole town.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's because he was trying to force the monkey to do it, remember? And then it went completely berserk, like its springs broke or something, and so it was just going crazy. So
of course, it's like I wasn't paying attention by that part. Yeah. It's just...
But I was really, disappointed with this film.
Yeah, I was
because you've got Osgood Perkins. He had basically stated that, I took the premise of Stephen King's story, but I went in this really outlandish way where it's just going to be wacky and crazy. And it's not. It's not.
No, it's just like, right. but make a solid decision. Either it's horror comedy, all the way horror comedy, or it's just horror, scary horror, but this movie doesn't kind of know which way to go. Clearly sometimes this tries to be horror comedy. And like there's this one death where the aunt, right? She's going down the steps and she trips and her face gets impaled by those like real estate signs, Mm. I mean, that was kind of cool, but more of that, and it's...
Right. Well, I'm glad you brought up that point about the tone, because according to Osgood Perkins, the original script was heavy into the horror element with no comedy whatsoever. And he basically said, the only way I'm going to direct your movie is if I can go in this other direction and kind of play up some comedy. And so I think it's just tonally a mess.
Right,
and
you ruined it then.
The horror and the comedy don't work.
No, it doesn't work at all. It's muddled, and like I said, it's after a while you're just like, what am I doing here?
Yeah. And I talked about Hell Baby and Little Evil, which are free on Netflix if you're a subscriber. Both of those movies understand horror, comedy, and outrageous gore. And so I would recommend either of those over this to get the same kind of feel of what a horror comedy can be. And of course, Tucker and Dale versus Evil is
that's a master of horror comedy. Yeah.
But just a massive, massive disappointment with The Monkey, and I can't wait to move on to something I'm going to like.
Exactly. Like even a movie like, think of Samara Weaving's Ready or Not. I mean, that's kind of horror comedy.
Right.
And that totally works as a movie. That just works. And as, of course, Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a masterpiece.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. or even that ridiculous movie that was made in New Zealand, that the guy
Dead Alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even that. That's
right. Peter Jackson.
Right. Thank you. Yeah.
So that's a great one.
Yeah.
And just a missed opportunity here. The monkey looks cool. The monkey is creepy. The monkey has a good agenda. I'm going to kill whoever I want. But the movie does not deliver on any level.
It doesn't deliver. But you scared me there when you said you.
you just
the greatest thing ever. And I was like, no.
You left me such an opening there because you were just ripping on it.
Yeah.
No, we're both in agreement here that this movie is crap.
You're not contagious, are you? Because I can tell you're still kind of a little.
No, I'm telling you, this flu. It just lingers, right? I'm perfectly fine.
Because we're here in the bunker.
I'm not contagious on any level.
Okay, all right.
But just ridiculous, just ridiculous disease.
Okay.
So I don't wish this on anyone, even my enemies. Right?
Okay.
But Gene,
right.
what are we thinking about? Let's move on to a better movie, hopefully, right? What are we thinking next week?
Well, you're thinking of, we were having a discussion before this, Donald Pleasance, if you remember that guy from The Great Escape.
Well, and Halloween.
Yeah. But he made this movie the idea is, he's a doctor, isn't he? And is combining people with plants?
For this movie, it's called The Mutations. I'm trying to convince Gene to watch this one. It is beautiful.
Mutations. It was like 80s, isn't it?
74.
74, dear Lord. Okay, Mutations. It's an interesting idea.
There's a lot to talk about with it if you want to do it.
I'm down with that because I don't have anything else going on.
All right, well, very good. So we will do The Mutations next week. I'm going to see if Scott Eggleston wants to join us on The Mutations.
Donald Pleasance. I'm sure he is not with us anymore.
No, he is not.
Yeah. So Donald Pleasance, 1974.
Yep. This movie is also known as Freakmaker. So,
Freakmaker,
right? So
it sounds a little bit. Sorry to interrupt, but maybe the kind of a prequel to Island of Dr. Moreau, maybe like that. Like it's trying to make something new.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
But
right.
We'll be back next week with that. Do not waste your time on The Monkey.
Skip The Monkey.
Yeah,
just
terrible.
Go to Toy Story 3 and watch that monkey.
Okay, we'll do that then. So we'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.